the daughter of two painters, both nature and nurture dictated that Heather Ujiie would herself become an artist, and an assertive one at that.
My parents really encouraged me to always be creative. My father, to a fault, was actually like the epitome of the college art teacher. Like when I would show him a drawing, he would be analyzing the line quality of the drawing instead of like saying, oh, isn't that beautiful? Like, oh, the line quality could be a little heavier here and the negative space, you know. So as I was constantly getting this kind of commentary from my dad, and my mother was a little less that way. But my parents also, they did encourage us to be creative, but they also encouraged us to be very outgoing and vocal, to express our opinions. And I never realized how the rest of the world isn't that way. I was always encouraged to debate and to argue and to question and meet the challenge and have a dialogue about something. And I realized when I left home and started experiencing the business world and academia, you have to watch what you say. And on the plus side of that is that I really was able to have confidence in my creative work and my belief system.
Ujiie would spend 15 successful years in the textile industry, receiving commissions from high-end clients including Ralph Lauren and even First Lady Laura Bush, who she helped with the redesign of a White House bedroom. But many of the demands of the commercial world did not sit well with her own beliefs.
One thing that was really difficult for me, which I really didn't expect, was a stylist or an art director saying, oh, here's this piece of artwork or here's this piece of fabric, copy this. And we're just going to change the colors a little bit and change the repeat structure a little bit so that we could come up with a product that would sell in the industry. This is common practice in fashion, in textile design.
Everything.
Yeah. I'm very naive, I still am, and I just thought, oh, I'm going to be a designer. I'll be unique, and they're hiring me for my talent. They're hiring me for my vision. So I had to learn how to change my persona, which wasn't natural for me, to be respectful to whomever was giving me artistic direction to execute their vision and their idea. And I had to be very careful about how much of my input was allowed.
And though she left the industry to become a teacher, she took with her the idea of always using the right tools for the right job, regardless of tradition.
I truly believe any artist or designer who wants to create something innovative should combine analog and digital. And in my own work, I really strive to have a flux between those two things. And I really feel if you're either one or the other, you are lacking some kind of innovation in your work. And I feel like I'm only on the precipice of it because I'm just starting to do laser cutting. I've been doing digital printing for quite a while. But one of the things I love about the analog process for me is painting. I really love the fluidity, the visceral quality of paint, sitting down with a brush, getting a brush stroke on the paper. And in that process, there is the unexpected and there is the spontaneous, because as I'm painting, things happen that I don't plan. And so then what I can do is I can take that analog, hands-on investigation, scan it in, take a high-res photo, manipulate it digitally, do test prints on the plotter or on fabric, and what I especially love is scaling up my work. I love the idea that I could create a giant elephant that's 6 feet high, and it started as a little painting on a 20 by 30 sheet of paper. And I love the idea that I could design an interior space and create an environment that's really engaging and vibrant and dramatic.
Have you ever designed something of that nature that you were kind of surprised you got away with it? That you were surprised that people liked it and wanted it?
So I actually designed an erotic wall covering, which was informed by homoerotic images. And it was designed as a kind of tree of life. And there are all these creatures that I painted that are in the tree, and they're very erotic. And one of them is a hybrid female geisha bird. Her torso is nude, and her hairstyle is like a geisha, and then she has a bird body. And then I have two boys in an embrace, and there's a little bit of eroticism in that image. So the narrative in that piece was all about honoring all forms of sexuality and love in nature and in humans. And so I feel like I could make something really beautiful that looked like a traditional tree of life pattern in repeat, but upon closer look, when you look at it, you see all these naughty bits.
This melding of the classical with the contemporary is a signature of Heather Ujiie's work. Following a period of deep immersion in the Renaissance, she created a work inspired by Albrecht Dürer's 1497 Four Witches, with a twist.
They have dodo bird heads.
Her choice of a dodo was deliberate.
I drew and painted a lot of extinct flora and fauna, and I was trying to kind of make a commentary about how beautiful and precious it is. You know, even if you didn't know that that's what it was, I was just trying to honor nature.
It's the pairing of her passion for human invention with a deep respect for the natural that is at the core of Heather Ujiie's unique aesthetic.